Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of my modded Let's Play series. I'm coming home from the Nether right now because I wanted to get a little bit more Ardite and Cobalt, because I want to work a little bit on tools. I already made this pickaxe here, I think 2 episodes ago, but then said that I don't want to do anything with it until I have power to recharge like a capacitor or something. But today I decided, you know what? We're not really ready for capacitors yet. We don't have any good power production or something. So we're just gonna make we're just gonna upgrade this. I have 6 modifiers on that pick. Light again. Oh yeah, let me show you this here. Second, let me just sleep real quick. Even though here it's probably safe because we're in the range of the lanterns. I don't risk it. I see a creeper on my map. It's probably down in the cave. Anyway, so we're gonna make some tools here in just a second, and I started laying the rail bed for the rail that I want to lay today over to the magic mansion, and it just keeps going like this. And before I forget, you guys see how nicely angled these are? What you do here is you only really need this one. This one is a carpenter's block. I don't really need those, but you just need this one down here. And if you check, you see it automatically makes a slope, the carpenter's blocks. This is actually now taking up 2 block spaces. But that's just how they work, and it's really cool. So let's cover that. Ooh, what? Oh yeah, I gotta put it on the block first. Okay, so here we go. So that's how I make these. And of course I need a lot of rails. I don't have a lot of rails. I think I'm a stack and 40 or something from mine shafts and so on. And that's really holding me back starting this, and also I need a lot of rails for when we start mining with the Steve's Factory Manager cart, which I would like to get to here very soon. We're gonna have a break from pneumatic craft today because, well, it's just time. I did collect a lot of wood and kept the plastic going. 106 buckets here. I'm almost out of oil. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get some oil here. But I think once this plastic production is over, I just need to flip this lever right here so it stops putting charcoals into these. And then everything is at a standstill. You guys give me a lot of good tips and tricks on how to automate this better, but it's gonna have to wait until an upcoming episode. I think that we did enough of this for 2 episodes. I want to do something else today. So let's go ahead and turn this one off first. And I'm gonna need I think I'm gonna need 2 Ardite and 2 Manilium. I'd like to make a really good Mattock. That way, you know, for the tools I'm making today are for working around the house. They're not really meant to be, you know, super mining tools and so on. Just to get stuff done around the house. To have good tools for that. Because I did a lot of landscaping up at the mansion. And it's just time. So let me just empty my inventory here real quick. I'm gonna leave these here. I thought that I brought more last time, but I couldn't find any Manilium or Ardite. So I'm guessing that I put those away. And I also started another chest just for Pam's Harvest Craft for now. Because cleaning all the grass and stuff for the railway, you know, all that was accumulated. So we're gonna leave this pick here and this steel pick. We don't need that anymore. And we can also leave this Mattock. Now I'm gonna keep this. Well, I have a shovel and an axe as well. The axe I want to keep because the Mattock. No, the Mattock is good on wood. I'm just gonna keep those with me. The shovel is better for gravel. It's not really good, the Mattock, for gravel. And the sword I'm also gonna keep. If, you know, I go farming wither skeleton skulls or something like that, just so I have a good sword. But for now, all we're gonna need is the pick and also a Mattock. And I think that is in here. Let me just put away these rails and the cobble. This. Okay, that's good enough. Actually, I don't need. Let's just leave it like that. That's fine. I prepared a few things here for what we're about to do. So I'm gonna need to get. I'm gonna just put. Why did she only? Oh, because I had a few in here too. Okay, that scared me here. I thought I was out. Let's go ahead and make ourselves moss balls. Whoops. Gotta right click it with the right tool. Alright, that's 7. That should be good enough. And let's just turn this one back so it stacks with this one. Okay, so we got the moss balls, and I would like to make a silky gem, and I should have enough emeralds, right? Yes, right there. So I'm gonna need one of these, and let's see here which version this is. This silky gem right there. I need 4 of these. Alright, golden nuggets. 4 of these, and I hope I have enough. Yeah, I have plenty of string. Go ahead and make these up. Wait, is it the whole thing? Yes, it is. Alright, there's these 4 with an emerald in the middle. Alright, we got our silky gem. And I'm not gonna put any... no, I'm not even gonna put haste on this pick, guys. Can I upgrade it in here? I think I can. Alright, so we got silky on it already. And I still have 5 modifiers. I would like to have... Oh, let's start with 2 moss. That's all I'm gonna put on here. So then we still have 3 modifiers. Yeah, I put 3. And, you know, I might put some redstone on here in the future or something, but it's not really needed. And we'll leave this here. And the rod of the... It has very little durability. That's the only thing I just noticed. Okay, so good. I have 2 more. Let's put a diamond on this one. To give it more durability, right? It goes from 360 to 860. Gives me 500. An emerald gives you 50%. So I got 860 right now. And if I put an emerald, I would get another 430. But I shouldn't need it. Okay, so we're just going to leave it like this now. And I can add another modifier easily with a diamond and a gold block. But for now, this is a good pick. How fast is it? Mining speed 6. That's good enough. For the... Let's see here. How many slime balls do I have? Okay. Slime... I don't want to make the blue one. Because the blue one keeps making you the little slimes. And they're kind of annoying. When you use that a lot. Why can I not find you? I only find the tough tool rod. Where's the regular tool rod? Am I just not seeing it? Alright. Tool rod. Tool rod? Okay, here we go. Slime tough rod. Bead rod? Is there really no regular slime rod? Is that a thing? Alright, let's go the other way. Let's go... Ooh, wait, why does it not show me the recipe? Okay, I think it is... Okay, I'm gonna have to check here. Slime crystal. That's what we need here. We're just gonna try it. I only should need 1 of them. And you make that with 4 slime balls of sand. And... a dirt. Oh, do I have any sand in here? Oh, lucky me. Okay, so let's make 1 of these and see if it works. If not, then we'll just make 1 out of wood. Okay, and we're gonna have to cook that up real quick. Down this way. Do it. Nice and fast. So, and on the mattock, I'm just gonna put, again, moss balls for now. I could have taken a paper rod, but I don't really need a lot of modifiers, guys, on this. So, alright, so I got everything with me here. The rest we're gonna do over in our hut. Right here in the blacksmith area. There's my... which one holds the... I need you, and I need... Okay, and I do have 2, right? 4. I can never remember if a manilium doubles or not. It does not. It doesn't. It does. Oh man, sorry about that. Okay, and the axe head. Then we have 2 left over, which I'm gonna just pour later into ingots probably, or something. Or maybe keep it in there for now. Maybe we'll make a scythe. Okay, and now we have to see if we can make a regular tool rod with this. We can. Very good. This gives us a lot of durability. So we can keep that and put this one in this chest. No way. I had one. What did I use that on? I don't remember. But it don't matter. Okay, let's put them together. Bing, bada bang, and that gives me 3 modifiers. Perfect. Which I am going to use. 1, 2. Wait. 3. I don't care about anything else on this, and I'm gonna leave these moss balls here. Cool. So now we got 2 nice little tools here for work around the house, the base, and it only takes up 2. I can kill something in a hurry with this. What's the damage? 8 attack damage. That's not bad at all. What's the sword have? 21. Alright, never mind. Now let's talk about tracks here for a minute. When you guys see the regular vanilla tracks, that's pretty much what I'm gonna use here. I'm also gonna make a few disembarking tracks today, and I think that was it. No, we also need to make the what is it called? The loading or holding track. Let's see if I can find that. What do we got here? Locking stops and disembarking, embarking. No, embarking just sucks you in. I guess we could make those as well. So if I call a cart, it automatically pulls me in. Yeah, let's try that. What's this one cost? Oh yeah, I forgot that. Okay, just 2 ender balls. We can afford that. But you guys see all of these tracks pretty much, if they're not reinforced. So anything vanilla or wooden, anything iron and wooden, I should say, always requires the wooden rail bed, right? And they're made with 4 ties, and they are made with slabs and creosote in a bucket or a bottle. And I wanted to automate this because it's a pain in the butt. You need so many of these, and I just don't want to have to worry about it, right? And we are now actually down. Check it out. Only 41 buckets. I had 450 buckets about of creosote, and now I'm down to 41. It's been running here for a little while. And the way I solved this is, I'm just going to show you guys real quick because it was so easy to set up. I just have a barrel here with wood that goes into the first auto workbench from Buildcraft that makes me planks. I filled this in with cobblestone so it only holds 1 stack. I don't want this to be filled, so that way I can see if I still have wood here. And then it gets extracted. Oh, don't forget, you can only extract from the auto workbench on the bottom. That's why it's set up this way. Okay, you can input from the side or from the top, but extract only on the bottom. Here I'm making the slabs. Again, fill it with cobble. Very simple. Gets popped out. And then over here in the corner, I first had an auto workbench. And down here, I had a fluid transposer that filled bottles of creosote and sent that over to the workbench, right, for this last recipe. But when it used the creosote bottles, it didn't give me back the empty bottles. And I'm like, well, that stinks, right? So now I opted for a cyclic assembler from Thermal Expansion. And how do you get this to show again, the recipe? You put it in here and then you can write it if you have a schematic here. Well, all it has is... Why can I not see this? That kind of stinks. But anyway, yeah. And you guys see, I don't even need to put a creosote bottle in here. Because it takes the creosote automatically from here, as soon as it has the slab. So you don't need to... Whenever you make something with a cyclic assembler that requires a bottle or a bucket filled with something, you don't need to have that item as long as it has the liquid over here. So that is really convenient. And you guys see it makes the ties, which come to this last auto workbench, which just puts them together to make the rail bed. And then we pump it out on the bottom here. There's another servo. You guys see right there. And that puts it into this barrel right there. And I already made 50 of them, and there's another 63 now. So that is my way of making the wooden rail beds, and it's very simple. I didn't want to spend too much time because it was also, you know, so crammed back here, but I wanted to have it here so it's out of the way, and whenever I need more, you know, I can simply bring wood over here. Now the thing is, only problem I'm having here is if I need some immersive engineering stuff now, meaning I need more creosote to make that. I think we have plenty of rail beds for now, so I think I'm going to disable this, guys. So I'm starting to save up some creosote again because I'm down to 15 buckets. And this is, like I said, is plenty. We have tons of this now. And upstairs, we just have the 2 rolling machines that I got a while back from villages. Come on, right there. And that's just what I've been using to make the... Come on, open it. The standard rails and also the advanced rails, which is standard rails plus redstone plus glowstone. I'm just showing you guys this in case you have never played with how you make them right here. Just 6 iron makes you 8 of these standard rails in the rolling machine. I'm just showing you guys this in case you have never played with railcraft before, which I think is probably almost impossible. I think everybody has played with railcraft at some time. So now we're gonna put these tracks that we can make to good use, and I want to set up this station here first before I continue laying the track, because, well, I just want to make sure that I have enough room on this end for now. So the way this is going to work is I made a bunch of... Okay, keep pulling out the wrong bags. Let me put this one away. We're gonna need 2 cart dispensers here. One that gives us the cart, and the other one that picks it back up from the line when it returns. And so this one is going to be the one that's for the return. No, actually, you know what? I think this is going to be the takeoff. I can always put a little bit of more land here so I can walk up to here. Okay, so the closer one is going to be the takeoff track. Let me... Again, the wrong bag. Apologize, guys. I got too many bags. Too much stuff in my inventory. So, on this one here, we're gonna have a wooden button that we're gonna put right there. So this one is going to give us the cart. So let's just set up first how the cart gets from here back to over there. And that's very simple. We're just gonna pump it out and send it over there. And that is it, right? So if I put in... I have to have a cart on me. Get this one, put it in there. And it's not the fastest, but it doesn't matter. Usually when I arrive, I'm not gonna go straight back, right? So there's this one, okay. Then here, we're gonna set up a control track. And I just made a crowbar, because we need that a lot. When you right-click that, you can simply switch the direction. Now this is a really cool track, because it does not require a redstone signal. And it just pushes you off into a direction, right? And I think we are going to have... Yes, now I want to have this embarking track. And what that does is it will automatically suck a nearby player or entity. So if there's an animal here, I guess it could also pull down on it, I think. Let's just see what it actually says on the track. Loads entities into carts, yes. Okay, so what's gonna happen here is I push the button, the cart comes out, gets pushed off, and I get sucked in. See that? So I only need to push one button, and I'm going up to the magic mansion. And that is really what I wanted to achieve. So that is perfect. So let's put this back in here. And now, let's set up the return first. So this one here needs to become a detector track. This one right there. When a cart goes on it, it will give a redstone signal to the cart dispenser, which then sucks it in. Okay? And we probably... How do we want to... I guess I can put the disembarking right there. I can share this redstone signal here. It's a disembarking track. And whichever way this red half circle is pointing, I'm going to get disembarked. I'm gonna come here, get kicked out of the cart, and then this guy sucks it back in. It pumps it back over to be ready to come out. Alright. And now we can get some regular tracks. And let me get my other levers here. So we're gonna have it going like this. I probably should put a powered rail here to give me a nice little boost. And come around the corner. I don't want to go straight back home. That doesn't make any sense. Probably can do it like this. Now, if I place it, it's gonna go here or straight. But I want to make sure that I always go straight first. So I think we're gonna need a lever here. Wait, how do you usually do that in Minecraft? Do I actually need to make an actual switch track? How can I make this? Easily. Alright, let's go ahead and make one of this. So I'm gonna need 8 rails and 1 wooden rail bed in my crafting table. We might as well start using the proper stuff. Okay. So you get out of here. Let's put you here. Alright, so it shows me right here by default it's gonna go straight. And when I come from this way, it's gonna route me this direction. Or we can... I don't think you can flip them with levers directly. We need the switches. Let's just test it real quick. Let's get another minecart. And push that through here. Oh, okay. See? It sucked it up. It's probably already down here. Yes. Okay, so I think that... Let's see real quick how well we get around the bend. Okay, well enough. So that's good. We're not taking off too fast. And then I guess now it is time to start laying some rails. So I'm gonna have one of these here. I don't know how often, guys. Let's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get a feel for this here real quick. How fast this is going to be. Perfect, so there would be a 10th one right here. Let's just test this out real quick, how fast we're getting from A to B here. Alright, pick me up and let's go. It does look like it's getting to top speed and staying there pretty well. You know, and if it's just too slow after a while, we can always add a second one right next to the ones that we already lay. But let me go ahead and now lay the track all the way over to where we need to go. On these right here, on these step-ups, I was thinking of putting one in front of every little hop. Just to make sure that we keep the momentum going. And otherwise, I'm gonna go with that 10... or every 10th one or whatever I counted. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't need to be symmetrical. These are rails. I know, blasphemy, but it's the truth. Alright, let me show you guys what I've done so far. The track is laid all the way to the top, and I made the same rail station. But of course the track is still very... It is dangerous, because, you know, I could have a creeper walk up in here, because, well, over here, you guys see, there's nothing lit up around it. I just lit up directly at the track, so nothing can spawn on the track. But of course, other things can still walk on the track as well. And over here, you guys see all the sim lighting bugs I had since the beginning. I haven't logged out and back in yet. I should probably do that in a second. Whoa, whoa, no. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Alright, hopefully it will. I don't think it will go all the way because there's no player in it. So what went wrong here? Because I took on the other side, this one was the takeoff and this one was the return. And the crowbar just turns this around. So I just need to get this to flip. But I don't think that I can, like I said earlier, do that with a regular lever. No. So we'll need to make... I don't want to change these two around right now. I don't want this to beat me, so I need... Oh, those are easy to make. I need an iron. I don't have an iron or a piston on me. But I need to make one of these so I can turn this around here. And I'll bring it up next time I come here. But I wanted to show you guys this here, okay? Let me first show you all the things I did here the other day. Oh, wow. Apparently this chunk doesn't want to load right now. Let's see if we can be cheaty and see any spawners or something. Hey, The game throws it at me. Anyway, up to about here, you guys see the... Let me see here. F3 and A. No, it doesn't work. I want to make sure that I get out before... Nope. Ah, well. It's going to go down halfway again. But it's fine. I just went back. I reloaded the game, so I get rid of all the lighting bugs and also the chunk arrow over here. And I made 3 of these, just so I have 2 more. Now it is switched. So now when we come back here, we're going to come in here, get this mounted, and the cart gets sucked up and then put back over to here. So, as I was saying, over here, between episodes, you guys remember there was a lot of water holes, similar to this one over here. There's just a lot of holes in this biome. It's a moor biome, just like this here. And I actually got a lot of this, what is this dirt here called? The loamy dirt. From the other side of the building, and from just, you know, taking down one layer over here. I think it was right there, there was one layer, so I got a couple stacks of these left over. And I also prettified this over here a little bit, and, check it out, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see. It's okay. We had a big hole over here, you guys remember? And I replicated this side from over here this way. It wasn't actually hard at all to do. It's a quite easy build. And I also fixed the hole that was over here. This was missing. I replicated that side. So this is now completed the way I think it should be. And you guys see I was up here recently getting the wool. I got 2 sheep up here with 2 lapis, made them blue, and then started breeding them a little bit. And I don't need more than 6. I still have a little bit of blue even left over. But if I need more, I got these guys ready here. But because I haven't been up here in a while, they haven't gotten their wool back. Now the biggest problem is, you guys see the main entrance to this place is over here. On the opposite side of where we arrive. And I don't want to have to run around the building every time. And we're going to rebuild this entire place anyway. I think I'm going to keep the general shape of it. But you know, I don't like the sandstone and the end stone and all that stuff. And that's what we're going to get started with in just a minute, towards the end of this episode. And that is Thaumcraft. We're not going to start it up here. We're going to start it down in the base, because all I need in the beginning is the research table. And I need to do a lot of scanning, and all my items are down there to scan, right? But I was thinking that the main building block of this mansion here, this magic mansion, is going to be arcane stone bricks. Arcane stone bricks... What? Oh, because I haven't researched it yet. I can see it. It's smooth stone around one of the shards, the Thaumcraft shards. And I think it gives you 8. Maybe 16. I don't know on the top of my head. And I just noticed on my way back up here that I forgot to... Yeah, right here, these. I forgot to texture these. I don't know why. Let's do that real quick. But before we do anything else, I would like to finish this here. And because you can... I'm not going to make this jump, am I? Oh, nice. So, when you look at this looks quite ugly, right? Coming up here. Also, I'm not sure why sometimes there is regular dirt in here. There was another strip right here, and I replaced it with the loomy dirt, or loamy dirt. Then over here is a big dirt spot and so on. Definitely want to change this out once I have a tool to do that, which is the main reason I want to get started with in Thaumcraft, by the way, guys. Because I want to make this guy right here. I want to make a wand focus of equal trade. I purposely did not put... I don't think I did. What was that called? Resonant exchanger. Exchange. No. Because it was too easy with power and so on, right? So I said I'm going to do this, and then also later on we could also start with Botania and make us the Wand of Shifting Crust. Let me see if I find that real quick. Where is all the wands? I've been playing so much 110 that going back to 1.7 sometimes, you know, it takes me a minute to find it. I don't actually know if that exists. Shifting. It does. Okay. So we can also make this down the line. But like I said, I want to get started with Thaumcraft first because a lot of research and so on. But over here, I was thinking I want to make this also safer. Because right now, you know, I can have mobs spawn up here and they fall down on the railroad track. You guys see, I made a little bit of a gap here. I should be able to glide over there. Give me my glider. I want to make a retaining wall. On both sides. On this side right here, so you know it looks better. You can see, hey, some man-made structure is here, all the way up on this side and all the way up on this side. And then I want to have an overhang here. And I was thinking of making that actually very simple. Let me show you real quick. Where's my crafting stick? Let's make some of these real quick, just so you guys see the idea I have behind it. So what I'm thinking of doing as the overhang, I want to make sure I give myself enough room. Let's start with this first. So there's gonna be a retaining wall here, and I'm gonna put some lighting in it. I'm not exactly sure yet how. Probably 4 high, like this. And I just need to be able to get up there for a second. And then up here, we're gonna put just spruce wood slabs coming out like that. And I made it higher so we can have, like, every few blocks, let's say with a 3 gap in between, we can have a fence like this. And that's kind of like the bracket that's holding it, okay? And we're gonna come out, let me come out here a little bit further. I'm gonna say we have about 2 fences holding this, and then come out about like that, okay? And then over here, this wall, I was thinking of making it this high, but then on top of the wall, I wanted to put slabs. So this is like half a block down here, okay? Just to make it look a little bit better. And of course, the retaining wall goes all the way down. And let's see, is there actually... I forgot. Quarried stone? No, there is no cracked, so we cannot make this look old. But I did not want to use stone bricks. Just, I don't know. I really love quarried stone. There's a tree and stuck right there in the tree. And that's why there's such a block here. They always do that. So anyway, so I want to do that from all the way over here. So this part right here, all the way to the top, is somewhat safe. I shouldn't be able to have anything fall on it or whatever. And oh, there's my rail cart. So let me go ahead and fix this up and then show you what it looks like. Oh, I did. Fine. I didn't want you anyway. Let me show you guys also, I forgot what this bridge looks like. I went with a very simple design. Just like this, but I didn't want to go up and down because you guys see all these crocs over here? I was kind of worried that they're gonna bite me in the butt if I drive my rail cart by here at their height. They look so mean. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can kill them, but I don't want to. I love all this wildlife that we have with mole creatures. So, I got some building to do, but first I'm gonna snag my rail cart over here. Get in my pocket. Thank you. Alright, I'll be right back. I had quite a lot of decorating around this now when it was finished, and it was just too one-colored, the entire thing, right? I'm still not too happy about the wall itself. I'm definitely gonna have to change something. I do have an idea of something we could try here in a second. It's in this bag. I want to put just maybe a few of these and a few of these here at random spots just to loosen it up. And we could also try this here. Let me put them down on the bar here real quick. But you guys see I planted a lot of trees and then a lot of custom stuff here. Like up here, I wanted something that just covers it and looks like, you know, it's growing and then coming down. The same over here. And over here I planted a few oak trees, dark oak trees that we can take a look at. I'll pick this up later, this scaffolding. My best friend, I'm not kidding. For building, I'm still so happy about having that available to us. So, for example, let's see here. I don't want to spend too much more time here right now on this wall because I want to get started a couple minutes with the beginnings of Thaumcraft so I can get busy with that. So let's just put one of these and then we'll put like one upside down so it looks like it's a little bit broken. And then something like that. Let's do another one right here. This. And maybe here and there, 2 more stairs. And then we'll take a look at it real quick from back over there to see what it looks like. But that's the only thing that sometimes I have problems getting up on these because they're so fast. Alright, did it. Like that. Yeah, that makes already a big difference right over here. Gotta add more over there. I'm gonna leave the lever exposed right there, and there's another one up here. And so on. So not too bad. I'm okay with how this turned out so far. It's a lot better than just having the naked side of the mountain. Come up here. You guys also see I played around a little bit with exchanging some of the blocks. The spruce with oak. But I think this is too big of a color change. I think oak with birch goes better. What would it look like? Let's try this just for a second. Where's my tool? There. Let's try this one here for real quick. Instead of that, what does dark oak look like? Oh, I think I like that better. So I think I'm gonna, between episodes, exchange all this oak here with dark oak. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I like this a lot better. I think this is better than I don't know. The oak just doesn't look right. Let's try one more thing here. I need 6. Here. Let's see what the stairs would look like if we did that. Where did this come from? I didn't even see that this grew all the way over here. That is perfect. I'm kind of liking this. I did not put these. This one growing here was quite a pain in the butt. But I finally got it. And I'm pretty much out of skeleton bones. So I'm gonna have to either go to the Nether or set up some kind of a farm. This is the last bit of bone meal I have here. Yeah, definitely we're gonna go with the dark oak, but let me show you here. This tree, I had to move it around, and then I actually made it a little bit bulkier down here. And I didn't want to keep going, you know, make this endless down here, so I'm probably gonna put another little stomp here. Let's make it with a different color. Let's come down here. So something like... Gonna get rid of this, grow 2 like that. And then just fill this in, so... That's the biggest problem here, guys. I've been falling down so much on this steep, and then it takes me forever to get back up there. You know, this can become very bushy. Get out of here, mushroom. Okay, I'm full. I can't take anything anymore. But I'd rather take mushrooms, these right there, than anything else. This has got to be changed. Alright, this is really hard to see now what this is gonna look like. Excuse me, snake. Yeah, but you guys see something like that, just so you cannot see so much dirt on the side. So I'm gonna have a lot of this around. But now I want to take one ride down with you guys so you can see the whole rail track once uninterrupted. And here's something I did, by the way. I put 1 extra on the top and 1 extra on the bottom. So there's 2 here right now, but because I just got here, right? So in case anything ever goes wrong, I don't have any spare minecarts on me, right? I want to make sure that I always have at least 1. I should always have 1, you know, because that's the one I'm taking up and down. But then, what if I am up here and I die and I spawn down in the house? You know, I want to have 1 ready so I can just come back up. But that's the idea behind this. This hole right here, I still have to fill. It drives me nuts every time I drive by. So yeah, I'm happy we got this done. This makes a huge difference being able to get up there easily now or come back down also. Pick up materials. It's quite a, I'm going to say maybe 25, 20, 30 seconds ride, tops. If that. So that makes a big difference. Now, I'm going to clean out my inventory, and then we're going to get started with a little bit of Thaumcraft real quick. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on our village over here. Everything seems to be fine. I found all 3 villagers, all the archers. And in the death list here, we still only have 1 archer that I think got killed by either a skeleton or another one of my own archers. And food, it's doing good. I don't know why these... It was like that just a minute ago. I don't know why these 2 are empty. I don't know where all this food went. So, but yeah, we're doing good on that. And the wood guy here, like always, I just need to put some of the saplings down here. Once this one is at 1 or empty, he stops planting, even though there's 2 more stacks in here. So it's been an issue for the longest time. And this turret right here is the lowest on ammo. All the other ones are fuller than that. So this one here seems to be the busiest. But now we're going to head down to the makeshift oreberry bush farm that I have that I would really like to rework here very soon. Because I'm always low on iron and gold. And this down here, you know, I might harvest... What are you holding in your hand? A string. This down here, I might harvest, you know, twice a session, if I think of it. If I just come over here. Just like that, we have plenty of copper and aluminum, tons of copper, and a little bit of essence berry bushes. But I haven't been caving, so that's definitely something I gotta have to do. So that's what I have accumulated so far. And I'm gonna take... Let's see here, I'm gonna need 5 per... Can I get this to spread out? Good, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna make 4 once. Because you can use these instead of using iron nuggets. I can just use those. And yeah, that's it. So let's go ahead and head back. Like I said, this is just makeshift here. I would really like to... You know what, while I'm here, I'm gonna take a few eggs. So I can make more food later. Cactus farm, slowly but surely. And ender pearls, I'm up to 3 stacks now, so that is really cool. But let's get going with the beginnings of Thaumcraft, that you guys pretty sure have seen many times, but I still would like to show you once. There's one, let me leave... Yeah. Let's just put those down here. You know, it's kind of funny, because we got these very simple furnace setup here. I've been using it so much, like I just made a bunch more quarried stone and so on. I've been using a lot today. It's in this bag here, so I replenished that. But eventually I would like to, you know, get more stuff going here. So there's 8 of these caps. I'm gonna need, perfect, 4 sticks. And we're gonna make 4 iron cap wands. I like to have multiples of these later on, because that way I can just charge them, because you constantly need to charge them. And by the way, we're gonna remake that zombie spawner that we have up there. I have that zombie spawner as well as a cave spider, where we just came from the oreberry farm. If you go down, there's a little cave system in the mine shaft, and there is a cave spawner I disabled. So let's make the book first. Right click this with a wand, and we got our Thaumanomicon. Yay, awesome. I missed this mod. It's coming back in 1.11, so it could be back any time. And then we also need to make 3 tables. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. Oh, I did not even check. I think the scribing tools, we're gonna need that, those files, which I think I remember. It's 3 glass. Do I have a clay ball somewhere? Don't have a single clay ball? Is that a thing? Where's my clay? Is my clay down here? Ah, there it is. Oh, I don't want a stack. I just want 1. There we go. We're gonna need to make some vials, and then we're gonna need an ink sac. Actually, we're gonna need 2. 2 feathers. I'm doing this on top of my head, guys. I think I remember how to do this. Yeah, there we go. Like this. Look at that. Haha. Alright, we also... One of these I'm always going to have on me, because you can make discoveries. And where would my paper be? I don't think I only have 2 more paper. Which is fine. So, a Thaumcraft area. I was thinking we're going to put here for the time being. This is going to be the Mistcraft. There's my book collection, and I already had some of the Thaumanomicons, but I wanted to show you guys how to make one in case you were not lucky to find any. So we're gonna put that there, and that there. And then this one right here, we right-click with the wand, and that makes the arcane work table. That's your main work table for Thaumcraft. You gotta put a lot of things together. And then over here, this one, we're gonna right-click with a scribing tool. So we have, these are the aspects I have, you know, those are the 6 primal aspects, I think they're called, right? I'm pretty sure there are 2, primal and compound. Yeah, primal are the ones that you can suck up from monsters, that you can get from scanning. You can also get the other ones from scanning, but the primal ones are the main ones. Okay? And now, I'm gonna have the link down in my description to a video that I've made during the Infinity Evolved Expert Mode series, where I made I think it's like 12 minutes long or something, where I show you how to scan and combine aspects to unlock every aspect in the game. So I'm going to actually pull this video up myself because it works really well. Especially because it is made also with things in mind like, let's see here, Thaumic. Is it Tinker? I think so. There's another one that's in there that I mentioned that's from a different mod. I don't think I have that add-on. I forgot what it was called. Forbidden Magic or something like that, right? I don't have it in here. I might add this eventually. But anyway, I'm going to use that tutorial to scan myself. So make sure that if you want to scan and get started with Thaumcraft yourself, you do the same. Ooh, I'm a knucklehead. I totally forgot. I gotta make a... I'm gonna have to make a... what's it called? A thermometer. There we go. I gotta make one of those. Otherwise, I can't do any scanning. There we go. 2 gold, 2 shards, and a glass. And yeah, you guys see how little iron and gold I have. So I would really like to set up an automatic or berry bush picker system, which is simple. I've made many of those before. Let's see which shards do we have the most. Right there. All right, let's make 2 of them. Look at that. Of course not. Like that. Here we go. We got our thermometer. So, for example, you can scan items with it. I'm pretty sure this doesn't work because we don't have it yet. You'll get started with things like cobblestone. See, I learned Perditio and Terra. And then you move on to things like, let's go down here real quick. That should be the easiest. You're gonna continue with things like dirt, and then gravel, and then a torch, for example, and so on. But just watch that tutorial if you want to know how to scan everything. Very simple. And I'm gonna do the same. And I don't think, because I know a lot of people don't enjoy the magic much, okay? But I do want to set up some really cool automations with Thaumcraft and so on, which I think you guys are gonna enjoy watching. You just don't like to watch the boring parts, so I'm probably gonna skip a lot of that, or go down in the comments, let me know how much you want to see of it, and then I'll adjust my recording according to that. But that is it for today. Let's look at this guy. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm really happy that we connected the Magic Mansion with a railroad track. It's gonna make it a lot easier for the future. And we'll see what we do next time. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.